Good afternoon and welcome to Three Questions With. Got my buddy Tom with us from Shield Advisory Group. Good afternoon, Tom. Welcome to the show.
Hey Kevin, how's it going?
Just living the dream, buddy. So I asked you to come on the show today because I got to admit I'm a little frustrated. Every day I'm getting emails from this one particular person promising me I qualify for a loan for $226,000. I'm tempted, Tom. That's a lot of money. But like after reviewing your file, like they didn't review anything. How is people sending out these types of ads? What's going to happen if I say yes? Am I going to get the money? Probably
Yeah,
not.
no, no, absolutely. That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, we get that every day, all day. I mean, I get it myself. I even get them mailed to me now. I get probably three a day in the mail. Hey, you're approved for this amount of funding for your business. So no, it's interesting. I mean, really, how I think businesses are just kind of these people are just throwing out a number, sending it to your email, and hoping that you might take a call with them to see what they can get. Really, the only obviously, as you can imagine, the only way to know what you can qualify for is kind of asking you a couple questions, getting a feel for where you are in your business, a few other things that fall into that, and then maybe we can get an idea or come up with some sort of offer. But you can't just kind of throw out a number and hope that it sticks without any background.
But Tom, the next question is around getting funding. And it's been tough because just, being a business owner for a few years now, seeing decisions people make, I've had friends borrow money from their parents. And then when the business doesn't work out, they're like, now I owe my mom and dad 100,000 and mom and dad aren't retiring because they need that 100 grand. Or, I know I'll just get credit cards and cash advance them. Well, that's a pretty expensive way to borrow. So when someone needs money, what's the best approach to figure out what's right for them?
Yeah, another great question. I mean, it's definitely hard out there. Like you said, people resort to kind of friends and family, or maybe they have a partner, like you referred to with kind of credit card stacking. Another thing a lot of people are trying to offer, hey, go buy all these credit cards and get you funding that way. We obviously, like I said, we have to kind of get an idea of where the businesses are, what the best offer is for them. We have about 15 to 20 different programs available. We obviously always try to start at the top, and then worst case we'll come back to them with the program that they can qualify for. It's always the business's choice, right? So we come back to you and say, hey, Kevin, this is what we can actually get you. We're not just throwing out a random number. Here's what the rates are. Here's what the term is. Is this something that makes sense to you? And then as a business owner, you have the decision to see if that's a funding option that you want to go with.
But like you said, the best approach is to reach out to you and sit down and see these various options so you know what to think about versus just going to get in the credit cards, going, all right, problem solved. And what I've seen when people do that, that interest, especially when you're getting your business off the ground and your revenue might not be as solid as you hoped, can really be painful. You seen that?
So, yeah, no, definitely. There's so much that goes into it, as you can imagine. And there's tiers too. So we have a provider that special partnership that we have with. It's actually an SBA program, and only a few companies are able to offer that. They need a 700 credit score to even qualify for that. 700 or above. Good monthly revenue. And some other credentials. That's one of the top tier programs. Now, if they don't qualify for that, like I said, it kind of shuffles down to what they may qualify for. But people don't understand that. They think that they've been in business, they can just get that top program and go from there. I mean, it's one of those things when the rates are great, it's great for everyone. When they're kind of where they've been, it may not be as appealing, but there's businesses always need funding, obviously.
Now, should people anticipate funding needs ahead of time? There's an old expression, you should borrow it when you don't need it, where, hey, baby, you hit a rough patch and you're like, geez, I need a line or something to hold me over. Is it harder to get a loan when you're in that type of situation?
No, I mean that's another great question. It's really with these loans and where people approach it is oftentimes I feel like you see businesses going out when they absolutely need the funding. And at that point, they may even have other loans stacked up, right? So we have businesses that will have three, four, five, six different positions. and then they want us to obviously try to get them another good rate. Well, every position that they have, the worse the rate or term and everything's going to be. We recommend every business right now to have a line of credit. Just with where everything has been and where it's going, it just makes sense to have that credit available and be able to pull from it at any time. Just like a credit card, but obviously you never know what's going to happen with your business. Something may come up tomorrow and you need $100,000, and then you're reaching out to everyone and you're not able to get the funding. So that's the number one thing we recommend, just because they're able to have that there and just pull from it whenever they need it. And then as far as like other working capital, term loans, things like that, if they're able to qualify for a good program or a good rate, I would always recommend that, just because that means businesses are always looking to expand or need some sort of funding to get to the next level. So yeah, I would definitely always recommend getting it before you need it, or at least always having a line of credit available in case anything were to happen.
So, Tom, what's the best way to reach out to you? How can people learn more?
Yeah, best way is Thomas Bennett pretty much across all socials, or Thomas.mbennett as well. Easiest way actually is just direct to my cell phone, 978 501 4142. Call or text, or we can set up a time to talk. That's definitely the best way to evaluate what the best options for a business might be.
Awesome, Tom. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to call into the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Great. Thank you, Kevin.